Hey, you know what we all have in common as photographers? Dealing with dissatisfied clients in every point of our career. And this is what this lesson and video is about. How to emerge as a champion dealing with complaints and dissatisfied customers. What are you not happy about? Hey, your clients can come up to you with a magnitude of problems about delivery dates, about price, about the colors, about the frames, about the everything. But the bigger question is, what is the problem? And here's the problem. When an angry customer is yelling at you, it's very hard for you to identify what is the problem. In management school, we are always taught to identify what is the problem. In fact, the first question is there a problem? So the problem could be about delivery date. Then focus on delivery date, because you giving a discount will not help it because they are not happy with their delivery date. If the problem is about price, you offering a different in frame colors will not help it. Let me give you an example to put things in perspective. Look at this guy. He's not happy because he bought a phone which he thought is new, and he found out that a day or two later that this phone could have been changed on the screen and it's a repaired phone. So he went back to the store and he couldn't get a one-to-one replacement. He went ballistic and started throwing the phone. Hey, if you want to enjoy this video, click on the link at the description. And it's kind of fun watching a man throwing a phone endlessly. Dissatisfied. No, it's not. But the point is this. His problem was not because of color. His problem was not because of price. His problem is he thought that the phone is a repaired phone and it's not new. That's the problem. So what is your problem? I had a client once that dissatisfied because he thinks that the resolution is low. And you know what we found out? True. How can it be true? Because he viewed it from his old smartphone. So how do we fix this? Showed him on a computer and then zoom in and show him how big it is. That solved the problem. Did we even need to do anything? No. And he, on the other hand, needs to realize that the problem is that he may need a new phone. Oh great, you have established from the previous point that he has a problem. Your client has a problem now. What's left is to ask this question: is his claim true? Give you an example. I once had a client that came up to me and said that, hey Andrew, you promised to give me all the photos and video footages that you took. I said, like, when did I promise you that? I heard you saying that. The only way to verify this is to check back the sales order. We give out sales order every time a customer confirms our booking, which is what we promised. And looking at this, we promised to give 180 photos and at the same time 10 good takes of the videos. We did not say all. So because we declared the quantity of what to give him, and this is what he'll get. But I know what you're thinking. He's probably going to argue as well, saying that, hey, you also did not say that you will not give. Well, here's the thing about booking orders and agreement. You do not need to include the things that you will not give. You do not need to say that I don't need to give you a free fried chicken meal. I don't need to give you a foot massage. I don't need to give you a free parking when you're here. And I don't need to give you frames and also albums. So you don't need to state what you don't need to give. Because Yichong, I've seen photographers giving sales order that list down all the things that they don't need to give. You don't need to give a peacock too. And one of the best ways to get this I did not say that I will give you to get it out of the picture is whatever that is not defined in this segment, in this para, will not be included. So that was easy. That was when the claim is not true. It's easily solved. But what if his claim is true? That you did say in the sales order that you give him all the good takes and bad takes and all the photos too. Simple. Give it to him. What are you? Photographer or scammer? If you are a scammer, you're watching the wrong video. But if you're a photographer, live up to what you promised. It's easy as that. There's no two-way about it. We are not in this business to cheat your customers. And now we have the third category. Not true, not true, ambiguous. What do I mean by that? Take a look at my sales order. We told the client that we remove the background and replace it with another photo. And then the client came back to me and said that, Andrew, I now want this photo to go into my green screen to replace it. And this photo is costing this much in the stock site. Crazy! I mean, I'm charging him $800 for the shoot, and that photo is $400. Ambiguous, because our sales order was not complete and in detail. What we're trying to say is that you can replace photos that we have in our collection of backgrounds. Choose one of these. But we didn't write it in our sales order because it may make our sales order 17 pages long. So that's it, we learned from the lesson. Choose any one of the background that we have in our collection. Put a dagger there, down there, we have 50 photos for you to choose one, but anyway, it's ambiguous now. So now how? That brings us to this point now. What does he want? What does your dissatisfied customer want? A background replaced that looks exactly like this photo? A discount? A reshoot because your photo is so sucky that he wants another shoot? He wants an apology? Or even scarier, a full refund after a shoot? And at this point, I've got to teach all of you to know how to ask this question. Sir, what can I do to make you a happy customer again? What is that you want me to do now? The ability to ask that question will find out that the customer wants a refund or a reshoot, and then from that you can now establish what is your value of damage, which means that what will it cost you. If he wants a refund, you have to refund $800. If he wants a reshoot that involves a talent, the talent is going to cost $1,000 to come in again, and a half-day shoot to go back to the scenes that he was not satisfied is going to take about $500 of your time cost, or maybe he may simply want a new frame because the previous frame is just lousy, flaky, and pins come off. What is the damage? And now it's easy. You know there's a problem, you know what he wants, you know what is the damage. You just need to ask yourself, can you afford it? Can you not afford it? And let me put it this way. If you can afford it, always afford it. Because it's detrimental to have 90 good feedback reviews on your Google businesses, 900 great feedback, and seeing one idiot leaving a bad comment and bring the whole house down. It's just not worth it. If you have 500 good comments and then 300 bad, well, doesn't matter. It's just 301 bad comments. But if you're like us, having so many good comments about students saying good about my class and my e-learning, and having one guy dissatisfied because he's asking for something ridiculous and he is a racist and saying the wrong thing to a female employee, what do? That is going to stick out like an ugly sore thumb the whole time. So my advice to you, if you can afford it, make sure that it doesn't become a disaster. Just tell the man that, okay, I would refund you. That makes you happy. Apart from that, and it is that apart from that, then I'm going to teach you later how to make him into a loyal customer. But more on that later. And don't forget, you can always negotiate too. Which means that, can I refund you this much instead of this much? For all you know, you say like, yeah, I'm fine with it. As long as you agree to refund, I'm happy. Because more often than not, I can tell you this, dissatisfied customers just want to win. And people just like to emerge winners, just like you. You like to emerge winner, but then the problem is that if the customers won't win, at night, he may just go write a nasty review on Facebook. And you know what's scary these days? They are not just writing nasty review. They get their friends by the freaking truckload and the shipload to write reviews like that too. With no emotion, they just give you 1 star, and you wake up in the morning, you get 200 bad reviews and 7 good reviews. You asked for it. If you can afford it, afford it. All the time. There's no two-way about it. So you cannot afford this. I know what you're thinking. If I cannot afford it, then tell him no. I'm not going to be able to give you a refund. I will not do a reshoot because it just exceeds the budget. Well, here's the good news. That's why I say negotiate. And here is the trump card that I'm going to teach you. Always give people choices. Viewers, at this point, I'm going to hold out 4 colored pens. And I want you to choose one color. Any one color, you can choose one and you can keep it. Go ahead. Did you pick that one? Good. What did you just learn? Humans are suckers for choices. If I ever present you with choices, you will choose. Never in my 25 to 30 years of doing business have a client come up to me and say, you asked me to choose, why you asked me to choose? Why am I choosing? Why not you choose? Why not I give you the choices? No. And that's why when you offer choices, sir, here's what I can do. I cannot afford to give you a full refund. But the first choice you can do is that, can I offer to pay 40%? That I would be happy to do to make you a happy customer again. Number 2, can I do a reshoot? If you're willing to come in with your wife again, I'll do a reshoot for 2 dresses. I'll spend 2 hours to make you happy again. Or thirdly, can I give you 5 more photos? From the rushes, pick photo and take those. That would be a great choice. Or finally, number 4, can I even print 2 photos for you, extra large size? Which one would you want? Number 1, I give you a 40%. Recap that. Keep on saying that, but remember, don't give 16 choices. Don't be stupid, yeah? Just a simple 3 or 4 choices. Odd numbers works the best. That's why it's always good to have a voting system with odd number 5, so that you won't end up like, never mind, that on another day. But always be in the position to give choices and never ask an open-ended question that he end up giving you choice. He's going to say like, Andrew, you either give me a full refund, or I'm going to go to the social media and viral this, that you are not an honest photographer. And then you're going to think like, wait, either I give a full refund or you're going to viral this. You know what, shit? Do both. Like I care. That's, don't even go there. Always be in a situation to give choices. And human beings are sucker for choices. I experimented this all the time. To all my students, I say pick one. They will always pick one. The greedy one will pick 2. But at least they're picking. And here's the thing about giving choices to your customer. It has to be presented with the notion that they are winning. Did I say they have to ultimately win and you lose? No. A perception and notion of winning. They have to win to be able to walk out of there happy. Nobody will walk out of a disagreement happy if they think they lose. Give you an example. I was selling a car once, and this car salesman was telling me that, oh, that's a piece of crap, I will not buy that. You know what? I tell you what, I'm just going to do you that favor. The most I'll buy is just 12 grand. If I pay you 12 grand, can you please like get out of here? I might probably take your car and then just drive it into the river and do whole mankind that favor. He made it look like he's at a loss and I win. And at the back of my mind, I was going like, well, I wanted 15. I could have gotten 0. I could have continued going to another car salesman to sell off this junk. Well, 12 is not too bad. He looks desperate enough. And he added one thing that cajoled me to think it's a great deal. Take it now before I change my mind. And then somehow I have a feeling that one of his co-workers will always call his handphone at that time and make him look like he's extra busy. And he picks up his phone and he goes like, hello, yeah, I can pay you 300 grand. Hang on. This 12 grand guy is just wasting my time. Hold on. Quick, I got another business. See how he made me felt that I win? Always make sure that they think they win. You have to appear losing. In fact, you got to learn acting. That you go like, I've never given refund to people, right? Take that 40% before I change my mind. Oh, if you are a subscriber to my premium courses or all access in my e-learning website, one of the things that we always teach photographers and movie makers who are running their own studio and businesses, avoid giving cash or money as a compensation. This is because that you can always offer choices like more photos, give you more albums, because giving money is going to deplete your income. You know why? Because you pay your electricity bill with money because you pay your employees with money. You don't pay them anything. But if you give more photos, it is just more work. You get what I'm saying? You need money. You don't mind more work. How do I know? That's why you're a photographer.
Andrew, but what if they can't decide on the spot?
Okay, so what you're saying is that you give this man 4 choices and then he said that, okay, I can't decide. Can I talk to my wife? Great. This is even better. You tell him that, good. Please go back, think about this, take a few days, I'll be here ready to serve you. Pick one of the 4 and make you a happy customer again. That's great. That means he's buying your choices. He wants to think about it. And even better, I hope that he thinks about it forever and never come back and forgets about it. And come back 2 years later and you give him another 4 choices. That's going to keep him busy another 4 years. Great! Your customer has decided on one of the choices of compensation that you offered. Give him that. Let's go one step further. You now have to ask yourself this question. Is he a customer that you're happy serving and you want him to be a customer for the next 10 to 15 years to 20 years? Or he's really that annoying and really that racist and really somebody that's not worth, we have our share of that, right? Where we said, okay, just take that compensation. I smile at you, thank you, see you again. We hope we never see him again. So you have 2 types of customer. Customer that you can turn into a loyal customer or customer that you want him to get out of the studio as fast as you can. If it is the first one, I'm going to teach you this trick. Sweeten the deal further. Turn him into a customer that, mind blows him. Tell him, sir, can I get you and your wife to come in anytime you want for the next 1 year? I'll give you a free ship. How does that sound? This is our way of saying sorry to you for the inconveniences. Listen carefully. I said sorry for the inconveniences. I didn't say sorry because you are right. Right? That's what they teach in PR school when I was studying business management. Never apologize. That's a bit crude. You should apologize if you're wrong. You should apologize in privately. You don't need to do it publicly like this non-apology. This is so, never mind. This is not my problem. This is their problem. Point in case. I run an e-learning website. Occasionally in a year, I meet 1 or 2 dissatisfied customers. Do you ask me whether they are right? I always, as a human, think that they are not right. But never mind. They are dissatisfied. They have the rightful right to be dissatisfied. And then normally, I would just, sir, you can keep that e-learning. No problem. But at the same time, I feel bad that you have this negative experience. Can I give you another e-learning for thanking you for bringing this up so that I can serve you better? And that really blows their mind. And they go like, wow, I never knew you do that. Not only you gave me what I was not happy about, you gave me something else to choose. And here's the cool part. For the rest of our life as friends together, photographer, teacher, trainer, student relationship, they are always on our side. That's what happens. But then if you don't want to serve this customer, then give him that choice and go like, thank you. Please never say mean things at the last minute when he steps out of that studio. I know what you all do. Close the door and go like, idiot. Hello, you have wireless microphone and people can even hear you, right? So never in any bad habit or style that you should say something bad about your customer. Never do. Because it will come back and bite you in the ass one day. So viewers, I hope you learn this workflow the next time you have to deal with dissatisfied customer. And I promise you, whether you're a videographer, storyboarder, photographer, makeup artist, you will have dissatisfied customer. And if you're ever caught unprepared with this workflow elegantly, it's going to spill into social media and you're going to wake up to a torrent of bad reviews. And hey, if you're subscribed to my e-learning website under premium courses, you will learn even more. How to prevent a small situation from becoming a PR disaster, or if it has already exploded, how do you contain that situation? And we even cover situational step-by-step. If the customer is not happy about your print, if the customer is not happy about your storyboard, situational. And here's what I can tell you. It may sound bulletproof in the workflow. sometimes a misstep happens and it can explode and become utterly complicated. So hurry, I hope you show some support and love in my e-learning website and learn to handle these situations better and become a customer service champion. And your customers remember you because you're great in customer. You know why I like Andrew shooting my photos? Because he's always kind. His photos suck, but I love him. That is successful photographer. But his photos are never. You think what? You think I like his photos? No, I just love that man. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether he can shoot an underexposed photo and I still love it. So viewers, do me a few favor. I noticed that many of you watch my videos. I know. You know how I know? Because when I go out, you go like, hey, you're the YouTube guy, I like your videos. But then, you guys don't subscribe. So yeah, click subscribe and I'd love to hear your comments, and even better, visit my e-learning website, support the courses that I have, or join the membership in my YouTube membership. See ya. That you define. Hello? My photo's not nice? Okay. Alright, Ken. Yeah. You just have to shoot it yourself if you think it's not nice. No, kidding. That was my workshop guy telling my car is ready. See how good a customer I am? He said, come and take your key now, otherwise I'll just close the workshop. Is your car in it? Honey, the car is ready. Go get the car key. Wait. Hold. Why is my wife not going to take the key?